that.
Yeah, and that leads us nicely into, obviously the main movie, which we've been waiting a while for this. And listen, look, I think it's fair to say, especially from my point of view, I went in with a low expectation. And guys, I have to just have to say straight up, I really, really liked it.
Yes.
I
Yes.
really,
I liked it.
really liked the movie. And we're going to get into the whole thing. We might have a few spoilers, but
We will have spoilers. Let's put it
yes,
that way.
yeah.
Definitely.
I'll tell you what, man. For me, this restored my faith in Marvel back again, and I was really excited for what's coming now. This was the movie which I thought, nah, it's going to be Pedro Pascal. I wasn't really sure about Pedro Pascal. I was like, what? Even and there are some bits which I'm going to kind of speak about, which I thought maybe didn't work, but on the whole, I got to say, you know what? I'm there. They were a fantastic. It was fantastic. It was great. I had a fantastic time watching the movie. So Deval, as we always do, break it down for our audience members. Tell us where we are on this kind of whole thing. Where, what universe is this, and where does it fit in with the whole MCU?
Okay, yes, I'll try and do a quick breakdown so we can give each of us sort of moments or time to go into our bits and bobs and that. But the quick breakdown is the Fantastic Four. This is Earth 828, which we realize is linked to Jack Kirby's birthday. And the usual sort of universe that we've seen in all the MCU mostly is Earth 616. We saw Earth 838 in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, where we saw a different version of Reed Richards. So as you see, the multiverse shows up, can give you anything. It can give you anything. So so that's where we are. And in this version of the MCU, of that Earth, the Fantastic Four are the world's protectors. They are famous within the world. The time frame looks to be around the 60s, the early 60s, when the Fantastic Four were created by Jack Kirby and Stan Lee in 1962 or 3. And it's a different time. People's, the fashion, the technology, the way society, if you notice the way society was, we'll talk about that later in a bit, but the way society is just, it's different to now anyway, but that's where they are. The Fantastic Four have had their powers. The story doesn't really go into much detail about, we're going to get a half an hour of how they get their powers. It's dealt with like that, which is good. And they are the Fantastic Four. People know who they are. There's no masks. They're there. They're protecting the world, protecting New York against all these villains and so on. They're all doing their jobs, and they are established. They are established in this world, and it gets to a point where we see Reed Richards and Sue Storm. They've been banging, fantastically, I'm sure. Getting into all kinds of positions with his stretch, and who knows what's he can stretch everything.
He's hitting that G spot 100% of the time.
In many ways.
He's custom made, so whatever she needs, he's reaching that spot. You know what I'm saying? So can you imagine? That's not a bad power to have,
And
a little bit to the left.
That way.
Oh my! He could be a porn star. Reed Richards could be the porn star. You know that.
Mr. Plastic.
But so they're gonna have a baby, and then it's all celebrated. Everyone knows about it, and then we get to a stage where, obviously, in all movies, a threat has to be introduced, and that threat is Galactus, Silver Surfer, who we see is Shala Bal, who's the wife of Norrin Radd in the comics, who is now the Silver Surfer of this, of this universe. She comes to warn him, as she always does with all the worlds before her. She warns him of Galactus to say he's coming, and there ain't shit you can do about it. Kiss your loved ones, say what you ain't been saying, and deal with it. So, but obviously, Fantastic Four are not going to lie down, and they want to obviously fight Galactus and tell the world, we will protect you. Because that's what they've been doing. The world looked to them. There ain't no Spider-Man. There's no Iron Man. There's no. They are the ones.
There's no Avengers.
No Avengers. So that's where we are in this world. That's what we're introduced with, and that really gets in the first, I would say, 20 minutes or so. This is what we get. and this is what this is where we go from. So
and
that's
the
where the film
pacing
really starts.
and the pacing of it was really good because like you just mentioned, they do the kind of flashback thing. We kind of do the exposition stuff via other means, and we see kind of through TV footage of them going to space, them coming back, and we get all that sort of stuff. And what I liked about it was that the production design was really, really great. It's got that
the Jetsons, it had that Jetsons feel.
Man, even the technology, the flying cars, so robots, all of that sort of stuff, which kind of lends from the comic book. So bringing the comic book to the live action, I thought that was really great. Matt Shakman, Deval, you and I, we know Shakman, man.
He directed One Division. Which again, the first 2 episodes was from the 60s, wasn't it? Or 50s even, or something.
Yeah.
So he likes that aesthetic.
So he knows about making visually pleasing kind of things. So So I mean, look, let's get into the whole kind of thing. Like Pedro Pascal, I had reservations, but when I saw him in there, there's nothing. He's not a bombastic Mr. Fantastic. He's not really he's quite. He's
Mr.
quite
lover.
He's kind of like very kind of like down to earth. He's quite moody. Like I'd say moody. He's like it's either this way or that way.
Burdened, isn't it? Because he's burdened with the knowledge of the detail. Because most people, when they see things, they don't know what lies beneath, and he calculates everything. So he's burdened with that, and he has a bit of an undertone of moodiness, but at the same time, he's geeky and he's very to the point. He's actually unemotional, if you notice as well. He's not a very deeply emotional person.
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure whether he was trying to portray someone on the spectrum.
Possibly, who knows? Yeah, possibly. Yeah, possibly it could be, but they weren't in our face with it, because I think sometimes, and I think these days, showing certain conditions on screen, it's like a stigma. Like you don't want to always say, "Oh, somebody that's on the spectrum is going to be this or that." Sometimes, but I think you could be right. But even when he came back and told the world about the interaction with Galactus, I thought, "Oh, you stupid! He told the world."
Why would you say that?
Exactly, but
but that's the thing. That's to me, that was the part that I thought that he was kind of like portraying he was on the spectrum,
He
because
just blurted it out.
Socially, because socially.
Awareness.
Awareness isn't there, so he's too honest in that he just basically just blurts it out and says, "This it is what it is," and so and so that's why I liked Sue Storm, because she was the emotional part where she basically said, there's a scene where she says that sometimes being with him is difficult because he doesn't have the emotional
awareness.
He doesn't have the emotional context or awareness that some of the stuff that he thinks, she knows how he thinks, because he's basically on and off. He's just basically black and white. It is what it is. And then that little touching bit where he says that he has to think of the worst case scenario in order to be able to protect against those situations. That's where I liked that part of it.
I think she is. There's a bit where, watch the film, people, and we don't want to tell you every scene, but there's a bit where they're in space and she's giving birth, basically.
Oh, she's giving birth, man.
And she's going through her contractions and they're running away from Galactus. It's a really, really good scene, actually. But there's a bit where the Silver Surfer's chasing them, and she says to Johnny, "Kill her!" And I was like, wow, like you can tell, like when she needs to, she's willing to do what it takes. And I think of it as a mother. Like she's at the moment where this is your start of motherhood. This is giving birth. Well, I would say even being pregnant, but when you give birth, the life comes out and you are a mother, and she's protecting her kid. She's saying to them, she said, "Kill her, kill her." And he says, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, she's trying to take your niece. Kill her."
I loved those bits. It was like that part, and also the near the end when you see her using her powers to the extreme, because you could just see it just kind of like made me feel like, oh my god, this is just like what you would see, like any mother would go to the extremes to basically
to save the kid,
protect their own to save their kid. So when she was and it was that scene where she actually Silver Surfer reaches almost into her belly to take the kid, and then they went light speed. I was like, whoa, that was so good.
I know. And let's get into the kind of, the antagonist. So we've got the Silver Surfer, like Deval mentioned, it's not Norrin Rad, it's his wife. And and there's a reason why she is his herald and she's going off and she chooses the different planets and everything. So there is that kind of sadness to her story as well. And she's doing it because she's protecting her home planet. And then we do kind of get to see kind of like some backstory there. But let's speak about the main, the villain in this, the big bad Galactus. Now we've already in that in the previous Fantastic Four movie, it was the 2007 one, we did have Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer. So we have seen Galactus before. And for me, it was interesting, right, that Kevin Feige decided, we're going to let's go back and revisit Galactus. But this Galactus, voiced by Ralph Ineson, I think. Yeah. We've seen him before. He's been in Game of Thrones. He's got this really distinct voice.
Deep voice, very deep voice.
Yeah. And I thought, when you see Galactus, he's formidable. This guy ain't messing around. There's a bit in the movie where the Fantastic Four go to his planet where he is, right? And that was great.
I used to be small like you.
Exactly. He said, and you know what? I just thought, imagine that. Like the big, when the universe was nascent, like, whenever he started off, he was that size, and then he's grown to this big thing. And you know what? They tried to give him a human, if you can say this, they tried to give the villain a kind of a bit of a human piece. He wants out of this chain because he has to feed.
Yeah.
So it's almost like he's stuck in this kind of little bit of a loop, which I thought, we didn't see that before. Like, we don't know why he's eating all these planets. It's
massive
a burden.
From what I've heard about his creation, so Galactus he predates the universe, so 13.8 billion years he predates. That's why Reed Richards couldn't analyze him or anything like that. But his people were from these pocket universes, and when Galactus was sort of came into this universe, he's literally spawned like what we see basically. And before that moment, him and Eternity, from what I understand, Eternity is in the the big things, I don't know, but the Eternity actually connected, and it gave him that sort of universal threat where he had that universal appetite to feed for eternity.
I don't know why, but it made me feel kind of sorry for him that he was in a sort of Sisyphus kind of story where he's just got this perpetuous hunger, and he's only looking for a way out because he's as tortured as the Silver Surfer. He's basically them two are.
But remember, go ahead.
Go.
I was going to say, the Northern Rad version, 2007, I think he told them that when he searches for planets, he tries to look for the ones that don't have life on it and stuff like that. So he was trying to help Galactus to get planets where it's not going to kill people.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, she just did what she has to do.
Yeah. And speaking about kind of, the point where he's like, oh my gosh, I need, he targets the Fantastic Four for a particular reason, because like we said, the baby that they're going to have isn't just some normal baby. This baby, now, if you go back to the comic books, there's a whole history with this kid, Reed Richards or whatever it is. And this is, in the comic books, he's a mutant, so the baby's a mutant, has next level powers, is an Omega level mutant, or even beyond that.
Create galaxies.
Beyond
all of that stuff. And then in the movie, you see kind of something which kind of indicates of where this kid is going. And Galactus needs the baby because the baby can then absorb, has enough power for him to basically put him to bed.
He'll be the sous chef. He'll be the chef for Galactus, I think. Yeah. That's how I took it.
So there's a bit in there's a bit in the movie where the Fantastic Four, Reed Richards, he calculates how to get to where Galactus is, which was all great. But the only thing was, in the end, so there's that whole scene in there where they see Galactus, they find out what he wants, and the way they just get out of there, I just thought it was a little bit too easy for them, the way they got away. I was come on,
of course.
this is Galactus, come on.
Yeah, because
Like,
he seems really slow and not powerful, but he's meant to be mad. Like, you just don't mess with Galactus. You just don't mess with, like, Thanos wouldn't mess with Galactus. He's like, he is just next level. So you just seem a bit slow and cumbersome and kind of thing. But it was still better than the Cloud. But I still think like Galactus was no way powerful as he should be.
But I just got to talk about the actual family. I liked each of them.
Yeah.
Sue was that had that mother instinct.
Vanessa Kirby. No link to
Stan.
not Stan.
Lee. No, what is it?
Oh my gosh, why's my mind gone blank?
Lee Kirby. No, shit, I've forgotten now.
Jack Kirby, sorry, Jack Kirby. No link, but it's just good how a character's got the same name as him, isn't it? But yeah, sorry, Manuel.
Yeah. So I liked her character. Johnny Storm actually was quite different from. Yeah, he was actually quite different from Chris Evans's character.
Because he wasn't the weakest
cocky.
for me.
Yeah. No, I you know what? He actually had his own little spotlight when he spoke to Shia LaBeouf. He the thing was like, hold on, this guy has never tried to learn any languages, and he
was going deep in the learning.
Yeah. And I like the whole sort of the dynamic and how they executed it, because though, like, he basically, there's that moment where he tells the family, like, she spoke to him, and then they kind of like tease him, and then they're like, oh yeah, she spoke to you, yeah, and then what did she say? And that moment,
he's getting horny for her.
Trust me.
Yeah, so they tease. Yeah, so that's the tease that they give it to him. Is that, oh yeah, you think that you made a connection because she's a naked woman that is on a silver surfboard.
Yeah.
But he actually has something. He does have some substance, and I like the fact that Sue then checks in on him and finds that he actually did have something more than what they teased him about. But I liked all of that.
He was clever because he learnt her language.
But it shows his intelligence, because we've never really seen that from him, apart from in 2015 a little bit. That was more engineering. But
And the thing was also reminded Mr. Fantastic that he's not he's not the cleverest person. They had that little jokey moment as well. So they all come together with their own little intelligence in some way that I liked.
When the family is complete, when they actually are complete in the comics, they are formidable. I mean, obviously, Eben, what's his name? Eben Moss.
He's from the Bear.
Eben Moss Baccarat. And it's funny how they showed him in the kitchen a lot to sort of wink to the beer. But they all are, like, Franklin Richards is mad powerful. He can create pocket universes. He can age himself. He can give life. He can create life, just like he did with Sue Storm, brought her back to life. Valeria Richards is the daughter, which I didn't talk about today, in this film, but Valeria Richards in the comics is more smart than Reed Richards.
Oh gosh!
And then you got they talked about the Future Foundation, but you got the Council of Reeds in the comics, which is all the different Reeds from different multiverses, and they often meet up to talk about their issues and try and solve their problem. Imagine that. You've gone to meet other Reeds, and you've, similar to, like, Kang, when we saw the end of Wonder Wasp, Quantumania, or whatever, and you saw all those different Kangs. They were going crazy. But imagine a room of yourselves that are mad smart. Just to the Fantastic Four is just a next level of. That's why they need to be done right.
And I think
were
they
done
have
good.
delivered. They
Yeah.
delivered, and you know what? It was great. And listen, look. So that final battle that they do with Galactus, I really, really like that. That was really
Okay.
good. I love that bit where he's scanning the whole city, and and he's looking. I thought that was great, and then he's like, clever. He had his moment.
Clever little
Clever and clever little.
It reminded me of Jurassic World.
Yeah, clever girl. That's what I thought as well. That's what I thought.
So, Mark, going on what you said earlier about the aesthetics of it, I felt that the aesthetics worked well with the powers that they had, especially Reed. No, is it Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic?
Yeah.
Because sometimes, like, how you basically use a character where his powers are stretching, it could have gone wrong, and to me, and it could have looked too cartoonish, but it just had the right balance. In this
main
one,
power
which
was
I
his
liked.
mind. We hardly saw him stretch that much, to be honest.
I know.
Yeah.
There's a bit in the movie when Galactus, this is a spoiler, he gets him and he stretches him. I loved it. He was going to break him.
He should have broken him.
He took his time.
Yeah, he was playing with him, isn't it? He was playing around.
His skin was going to get ripped apart and everything, and then someone else comes along and, like, I thought that was brilliant. That was really great. So they dealt with Galactus, and here's the thing, guys. They really teased, his teleportation device. I thought they're leading up to it. They're going to teleport themselves into another universe.
616. That's where we saw them in Thunderbolts.
Exactly. And then that's why I thought, hang on a second, this is all leading up to it. They teleport themselves because they can't save their planet. They go off to another world. But no. But they do teleport Galactus off somewhere else, so we don't. He's out there. He's out
and
there.
Silver Surfer, they're both. Silver Surfer's going to get in trouble.
Yes,
Silver Surfer's going to have to be towing his ass. But
so they're out there. They deal with Galactus, and then we have like a fast forward to 4 years later, and this is the moment. Now, that scene. Matt Shackman, he didn't direct that scene. It was the Russo brothers that directed that. So he's come out and he's turned around and said that wasn't like my thing. So this is something that the Russo brothers have kind of got together. They've decided that they're going to do, and they're going to tack it onto the Fantastic Four movie. So this now sets up the next phase. This is start of phase 6. We're getting into really interesting things. Now, here's my question, guys. And they already teased Latveria at the beginning of the movie. Do you remember the United Nations?
Yeah, the boards, yeah.
So was he always there? And where was he during this whole thing? Was he off-world? Did he somehow...
I mean, that's a good question. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he was still the antagonist who set up the whole thing. Like, in maybe
he lured Galactus to Earth.
Yeah, like he's the one who basically strategized
pulling the strings.
All of it. Yeah, because that's the reason why he wasn't at the Future Foundation in the first place. It was just like,
that's true, maybe, yeah.
Because
that's true.
Everyone else was kind of. I thought the rest of the world was pretty kind when when they came back and they said, they asked, "Are we in danger?" And then they were like, "Well, if Galactus needs the kid, give him the kid." Like they were like, they didn't really get attacked. They were all quite. It was quite a kindly.
I think that's a sign of the times, though, because now the world is a madness. Then people were a bit more subdued and a bit more civilized, and I think more cooperative. Like following World War II and all that sort of thing. I think the society was different. No social media then. So, but I don't know what I've heard with. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, remember at the beginning of the movie, the flashbacks, and they had dealt with kind of other villains, but there was no mention of Doom. So is this the first time that the Fantastic Four are seeing and going to be dealing with Doom?
No, I don't think so. I think they know of him. And even on the thing about other villains, remember John Malkovich was cut out. He was meant to be in this film, you know that?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Go back and watch the first trailer. John Malkovich I can't remember the character's name, but he was meant to be in this film. This film probably lost about 25 minutes. There were other scenes that were meant to be, even the character that was played by Paul Walker Hauser, the Harvey Elder character, the guy, Mr. Mole or something. There were meant to be more parts with him. There's meant to be more parts with.
They cut it out.
Yeah, there's meant to be so many, like even with Bane Grimm and Natasha Lyonne's character. There's meant to be more parts there. They cut out a good 25 minutes in this film to try and keep it succinct
There's a
and
director's cut
flush
out
out all the
somewhere.
nonsense. Yeah.
Oh, he was supposed to be Red Ghost.
Red Ghost, that's the one. Yeah.
Okay.
So John Malkovich was totally cut out. Yeah, but yeah,
Wow.
I think it probably helped the film, to be honest.
It probably,
it did. And that the figure that we see is actually Robert Downey Jr. He's in the actual credits. We don't see his face. No. So was he doing something with it? Was there some sort of power thing that he was doing with the kid?
It was just the kid that was touching his face, and he had the mask off. So we don't know what was happening with at that moment.
But he's maybe the kid might have fixed his face because Doom is meant to have scars.
Yes.
Maybe the kid fixed his face because Doom never takes his mask off normally. Maybe the kid has now fixed his face. And I had a bit of just in some research and hearing what people are saying about what could happen in Doomsday. I'll just quickly say that from what I've heard, Doom could be trying to basically do a lot of multiverse hopping.
Right.
And this could be the version of Doom that Tony Stark in another universe could have been. So the way we saw Tony Stark end up being Tony Stark according to that path, this could be a Tony Stark that when the snap happened, he didn't die. He kept the Infinity Stones and he kept doing, working with magic and all that sort of thing. And he went down a path of being Doom because he wanted to protect the Earth and make the Earth be powerful or whatever. And it's twisted his mind, because Stark sometimes doesn't know the difference between defense for one reason or defense for another reason, and he might think what he's doing is right by going around the multiverse and having conflict.
I think that would be a good question, Amar's question to answer in the future. What comes next is like, where was Doom during that future foundation? Because his chair was empty.
Yeah,
that's what teacher's saying. He's saying that he probably might have been the reason he might have lured Galactus to Earth for a reason.
Yeah,
he was off world. He was doing something. Yeah, he wasn't around.
Exactly. And then the thing is, so now the questions that we've got, obviously not just us, but people around the world, they're probably thinking, right, how do we link up now the new Avengers or Thunderbolts with the Fantastic Four? Because obviously that end credit scene from Thunderbolts, that's got to happen at some point.
Yeah. I think that's a scene from Doomsday. I think that's actually a scene from Doomsday.
Right. Okay. So that's a scene from Doomsday. Then. So then in Doomsday, and like how they introduce all the actors in the Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah.
They would all kick Doomsday's ass though, right?
Doom is a next level.
He's got technology and magic, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a next level. It's like a Thanos level kind of character. They have to get in line. And then when Secret Wars is when they go off-world and Doom takes in off-world and they all battle out in different teams.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a refresh of the MCU. Kevin Feige said that Secret Wars is going to be a sort of a restart of the MCU. They're going to lose some characters. Some other characters that we've seen before might change. They might change their characters. So you might get a different Captain America played by a different actor. This is when Black Panther might come into it. And we might see, what's his name? Michael B. Jordan be Black Panther from another universe. Yeah. There's going to be a refresh in Secret Wars. So prepare for anything. Doom is no joke.
Exciting. Yeah, because I was just thinking, because obviously they've already introduced, and remember there's that thing on Instagram or on Twitter or whatever it is where they're, Robert Downey Jr. is there and the video, the camera pans and you see all those seats of all those people. Yes. Those guys,
but they could go like this. It could be a scene where a lot of them get wiped out. That's what I think. A lot of the, and even Russo said, Robert Downey Jr. is the only person that can play this Doom. Which I think means that he was a version of Stark. That's what I think. If he's the only person that could play him, that means that he was Stark. But I reckon, people are going to get wiped out. Doom is not to be messed with.
Man, I can't wait. See, I'm
looking forward to it. I watched last night I watched Infinity War because this has brought back the appetite. Yes. This has brought back the appetite for Marvel. Yes. I saw it with my friends. Normally we watch the film and then we stand outside and we talk about it for like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
We haven't done that in a long time. We did it
Yes.
again.
There you
It's
go.
like Marvel's come back now.
Back. See, and that's the exact same feeling that I had when I came out of the movie. I was like, yes, like we're back. You know, it was that type of a thing. Like, you know, we're back.
You know
again.
what? I was slightly different. I was like, okay, this is good, but I feel like Marvel's got the goal here, and Fantastic Four has been the one shining light, and I'm just like, let's just get it done, snap, and get to that end point.
I want to see Doomsday now, like
it's the
yesterday.
next film. That's the thing, Emmanuel. Doomsday is the next film, and the trust that Russos have. Hopefully they can keep. I don't even want them to do a better film than what they've done before. I want them to do the same level, because their level, just keep the same level. Don't try and do too much. Just keep it there. You know what I mean?
And in terms of kind of release-wise, Deval, Manny, what are we? Because it was delayed, wasn't it? Because it was supposed to come out May 2026. Now it's been
December,
delayed.
I think. So maybe we'll get Spider-Man before, actually. Because you're right. I forgot about that. It's been delayed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh man, we've got to wait a year and a half now.
I know. See, this is the thing.
Teacher, why did he say that, man?
I know, man. And then look, we've got.
That's why I'm holding back, because there's I'm sure there's a couple of other stuff that's supposed to be.
And remember,
in
there's going to be a Wonder Man that's going to link in somehow. That's going to do something. I don't think we're getting. That's the only other TV show that, you know, the Marvel TV show that we're getting, but it's just. Yeah, bare bones, man, between now and then.
Oh, man. Expected 18th of December, 2026.
Yeah,
okay. So then
that's why I was just like, this was good, but let's just get it done. Let's just hit the rest of the balls out of the park and then get
so
to
what does that mean? What does that mean, what does that mean for Spider-Man then? When's that?
Spider-Man's out next summer, from what I heard.
Okay, so then it's going to be the link to that. Could be the link then as well.
The cast list of Doomsday: Robert Downey Jr., Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Chris Hemsworth, Anthony Mackie, Sebastian Stan, Eben Moss, The Thing, Simu Liu, Lewis Pullman, who's Sentry, Florence Pugh, Winston Duke, Tom Hiddleston, Rebecca Romijn, so she was a version of Mystique, I think.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd, James Marsden, so Cyclops.
Do you remember?
Professor X is in it.
Do you remember WrestleMania cage matches? That's what we're gonna have to be. Get ready to rumble.
I saw an interview with Alan Cumming, and he let off a leak.
Nightcrawler.
Yeah, Nightcrawler. He said they did an interview, and he said that he had a fight with Pedro Pascal.
Over what?
In the film, that they filmed the fight.
Oh, okay.
Nightcrawler versus.
So that's going to be mad.
And this is in production right now, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they've got Doomsday and they've got Spider-Man in production right now, and then Secret Wars is going to be a year after that. So are we talking 2027 then?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Manage your patience, man.
Yeah.
Do some meditations.
Honestly, I'm really, really looking forward to it now. I just want to see it.
Namor's going to be in it. Shuri's going to be in it. Kelsey Grammer, so the original Beast, is going to be in it. God, it's a lot of people, man. A lot of pay. Channing Tatum, Gambit's going to be in it.
Oh, man.
The payroll's going to be massive.
So so it kind of does make sense then, So people die.
Yeah,
they kind of
wipes them out.
You got to. They're just like fodder, right? So and then it leads into Secret Wars, which oh man, Deval, that's wet my beak.
It's wet more than my beak, I tell you that.
I wish I had a stretchy. I wish I was stretchy, man. Like, but listen, it's a big thumbs up from me, and I'm assuming it's going to be a big thumbs up from you guys as well. So really glad that we're in the right track. We just have to wait now for 2026.
Yeah, see what happens, man. But yeah, I'm optimistic. I'm happy. I'm going to watch some more Marvel today, probably, just to keep it going. But I will try and listen to Emmanuel and manage my expectations. I don't want to get carried away. But it was a good film. I think this is Marvel's best film in a while. And I think the year has seen shit, okay, good. Like that's the order of the Marvel films this year. So
yeah.
I'm happy with it.
Yeah, it's good. And remember, man, they're really making 2 movies next year. Then.
Yeah. Keep it. I don't mind.
Yeah,
if they do
it's
that.
fine.
Quality over quantity. I'm happy with that.
Just get it done.
And just finally on this, it done more than on its opening weekend. It did more than Superman.
Of course, I'm not surprised. Yeah. Both times I saw it, it was packed cinema.
Oh, shit, what, you've seen it twice already?
I'm telling you, I'm back. I'm
He just told
normally,
you.
normally I would have seen it 3 times, but I'm managing myself. But yeah, normally I would have seen it 3 times, but yeah.
Oh my gosh! All right, okay, well, folks, there you have it. It's definitely movie of the week. Keep it locked with the Flixters. We're going to be bringing you more and more and more every single week, and that's it. That's it for us.
That's it. So next week we've got. Hopefully, we're going to watch Together. Hopefully, it's out on the 30th of July.
Yeah, 30th of July.
Together. Do you remember what Together is?
No,
You're looking at me with a blank face a little bit. It's a little bit like a A24 horror film. I think it's done by Neon, but it's the film where they kind of.
Oh, is that the one with the poster where they're
together? Like they're kind of something is making people go together. It looks like a Bring Her Back kind of vibe. Kind of yeah. Honestly, this looks good.
Yeah. Absolutely. We're there.
Together.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, listen. I'll see you guys on the next one then.
All right. Till next time. Man. Peace out.
Peace.